David Beckham hoping to take an England games in Russia. David Beckham is expected to cheer on Gareth Southgate's side in Russia in between his Major League Soccer commitments. Beckham is hoping to attend the potential quarter-final match in Samara next Saturday and definitely the final in Moscow a fortnight on Sunday if third favourites England progress that far. But he will miss England in the semi-final due to him being in Miami for an important announcement on Thursday week for his new MLS side. The Beckham Consortium, who have been searching for a suitable site for a new ground for a torturous 5 years, have now settled on a venue near Miami Airport next to a public golf course. Backers are in place to fund the new 35,000 capacity stadium together with a hotel, residential and shopping development with the golf course being relocated. Beckham needs support from the Miami authorities for the plans to go to a public vote in November. But the Beckham team are still on course to enter MLS in March 2020, spending a season playing at a temporary ground. After the high number of good matches in the group stages, how could anyone want to change a 32-team World Cup format unless they had ulterior motives? Yet FIFA President Gianni Infantino, right, who has championed the increase to 48 teams in USA/Canada/Mexico in 2026, happens to be seeking re-election next year, and more places means more votes. The FA are stage managing interaction between players and media to a greater extent than ever before during the World Cup, even in the supposed free-for-all of the post-match mixed zone. After the Belgium defeat, team operations coordinator Emily Webb was roped in by the communications department to help escort players through the area as if the team cannot make up their own minds whether to stop and talk. In contrast, Belgium duo Marouane Fellaini and Romelu Lukaku talked to the press when asked. England's World Cup fever resulted in the dead rubber against Belgium still attracting the best viewing figure of the tournament with a peak of 18.7 million on ITV. The bonanza number justified ITV's decision in their alternate choice of games with BBC to go for the last 16 match, which should now bring in an even bigger figure than one of the opening two group games. RFU chief coy on payout. RFU President John Spencer claims he knows nothing about his former British and Irish Lions colleague and fellow solicitor Mark Gibson winning substantial damages over Spencer's false allegations he manipulated team selection on the legendary 1971 Lions series win in New Zealand. The settlement announced in the High Court in Belfast follows Gibson's claim for libel against Polaris Publishing, whose book When Lions Roared contained Spencer's comments. An RFU spokeswoman said, "John was not aware of the court hearing. He has a strong friendship with Mike Gibson and holds him the highest regard. It is understood Spencer was in hospital when the book interview questions took place." Shahid Khan's closest advisors were at an all-day meeting at Wembley this week to discuss in more detail buying the stadium. This is despite the FA insisting the £600 million sale will not be completed until the autumn if it goes through, and that they will follow extensive consultation with all stakeholders including the Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport. But the FA do not want to lose their potential buyers, so talks with Khan's team are continuing in parallel. The FA in their wisdom invited their commercial partners to the defeat by Belgium, flying them in and out of Kaliningrad. But the search continues for a team sponsor to replace Vauxhall, whose deal ends after the World Cup. Online shopping business Wish and Newcastle owner Mike Ashley's Sports Direct are understood to be the only two companies to have shown firm interest.